Hey everyone, it's Andrea with Natural Green Mom, and I am here today and I'm going to show you and walk you through my Costco February 2018 haul. These are the groceries that I picked up that will probably last us about 3 weeks. I am feeding 5 extra teenagers this weekend, so some of that thought process went into what I purchased at Costco. But I want to start by showing you the 2 things that you need to buy in February 2018 that are 2 of my favorite products. The first off is the Chosen Foods avocado oil, and the second off is the Navitas Organics, I'm going to say cocoa powder, but I know I'm not saying that right. Okay, and the reason why I like these 2 products, one, I use this to season my cast iron pan. You need an oil that tolerates high heat when you season your cast iron pan. So this is a really good product for that. And then this, I actually use this in my baking, and I actually like it in my tea. I add some of this to my tea with a little bit of sweetener, and that's one of my favorite things. Now, the reason why you want to pick these up this month is there's a rebate for them on the Ibotta app. And if you don't have the Ibotta app on your phone, it works for Costco. So all you have to do is you load the offers onto your Costco page on the Ibotta app, and it will pay you back. I think it's $1.50 for the avocado oil and maybe $1 for the cacao powder. I don't actually remember off the top of my head, but I do know that they're both offers in there. And the way that works is they're going to pay you cash back for buying these products. You just take a picture of your receipt with your phone, send it in through the app, and you'll get a cashback rebate. So 2 great things to add to your list this month. So this is seriously how many berries I buy every week, and we will go through these before they go rotten. I will say I paid 10 cents per ounce less than I did over the King Soopers sale price. Okay, so organic apples are actually about $1.63 per pound at Costco right now. I brought my husband shopping with me, and so we picked out the more expensive Envy apples because those are his favorite. But I would not have paid for that if he hadn't been there. So rule number 1 of grocery shopping, if you want to save money, shop alone. One of the best bargains at Costco are their organic eggs. You pay about $3.25 per dozen. These would be almost $5, $6 per dozen in the grocery store, which is ludicrous. I love blocks of cheese. I've talked about blocks of cheese before. If you're buying the shredded cheese, you're buying cheese that's coated in wood pulp. That's how they get it to keep from sticking together. So I would highly recommend you buy the blocks of cheese. The expiration dates on these things, look at this. This is October of 2018. So you don't feel like you have to go through that amount of cheese in just one weekend. I like the Organic Valley Stringles, string cheese, low moisture, part skim. They're a good price. This is one of my favorite things to buy is the organic oven roasted turkey breast, because this is literally, if you look at the ingredients, it's just turkey, water, and a little bit of salt. So you don't get any sugar, you don't get any maltodextrin or dextrose or whatever other gross stuff they put in stuff like turkey breast. I've already shown you my avocado oil and cacao powder. I do like the organic triple berry blend, but I get a little grumpy if they've put in too many strawberries because then it doesn't blend as well. I use this in my smoothies. I usually just do kefir, a little bit of triple berry blend, and then maybe a little bit of sweetener in it. Sometimes I throw in spinach. I also buy organic blueberries frozen because once I go through my berry stash, I move on to frozen berries. This is one of my favorite salad kits, which is, this has all of my favorite cruciferous vegetables. It's got broccoli, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, kale, and chicory. Then I actually just put the dried cranberries on the side since I eat low carb, and I let people sprinkle them on as they want. Their tomatoes, again, this is another thing that if you have the Ibotta app, they're paying you back 25 cents for any tomato purchase. So right now, during this time of year when tomatoes aren't really in season, I really like the cherry tomatoes. I think they're much sweeter. You get a much better tomato than the big ones. So, if you've never purchased Whisps, these Parmesan Crisps before, I would like to highly recommend you get those, particularly if you're trying to give up something like highly processed potato chips. These are just 100% Parmesan cheese that's been baked, and it gives you that crispy, salty taste that you want without being a processed chip. So I love those guys. I did buy some beef flank steaks. We're going to grill those this weekend. This is a really inexpensive cut of beef at just $6.29 per pound. I like that. I buy their organic ground turkey. I'm so excited that they started offering this because they used to just offer disgusting Jenny O turkey. So I'm much more excited about the organic turkey. I pay $1 more per pound over the ground turkey prices at King Soopers, and that's just for the regular ground turkey. So it's $1 more per pound to get the actual organic. Okay, so one of the best ways to save money on your proteins every month is to buy the chicken with the bone in and the skin on. And I think this is a great example of this. I bought the organic chicken drumsticks. This package right here is $7.88 for this. I also bought the boneless, skinless chicken thighs. We prefer dark meat to white meat. This package right here is $17.96. So $10 more to get it boneless and skinless. So if you're willing to pull the skin off yourself, or if you enjoy the skin and eat it on the bone, you really will save a lot of money. So let me put these down and walk you through the rest of my stuff. Kombucha. I am actually going to show you how easy it is to brew kombucha from your own kit, and it will save you hundreds of dollars if this is something you drink. We really love kombucha in our household. These are only $2.50 a bottle as opposed to $3.50 a bottle when you buy it from Whole Foods and you just go in and you grab it off the shelf. So that's a pretty good deal, and they're low sugar too. I think they only have about 5 grams of sugar per serving. Yes, 5 grams of sugar per serving. You gotta watch it. Sometimes they add a lot of extra sugar to these, and you may as well buy a soda at that point. So these are good. These are pretty tasty. I love my holy guacamole packets because I love avocado. And the best part about these, I hope you know this already, is you can freeze them. So that's the only way I can buy 20 at a whack, is because I can freeze them and they'll last me throughout the month. I pull out 2 or 3 at the beginning of the week, and that's really all we go through. I don't enjoy how much plastic is involved in this product, but I will tell you this, I'd rather recycle the plastic than throw out an avocado that got overripe before I could eat it, because nothing makes me madder than throwing out perfectly good food because it's rotted in my house. So, holy guacamole packets, those are pretty yummy. At night, we tend to drink, we have a soda stream, and we just make fizzy water. Just plain tap water. Make it fizzy, and we like to add a little bit of lemon juice to it, a lot of ice, and that's what we drink at night for dinner. So, we go through a lot of lemon juice. I also love the tuna. I love the Wild Planet tuna. I will say this is about $2.50 a can. You can buy tuna so much cheaper if you are a bargain shopper, but I like the socially conscious brands of Wild Planet, and so that's why I buy it. It's $2.50 a can. And on my website, I have 6 recipes for canned tuna. If you just look up canned tuna on my website, naturalgreenmom.com, and I've got a lot of different ways to make it really interesting for lunches. Interesting and tasty, I should say. So there's that. I almost have to show you these two things together. So if you buy the Parmesan Romano cheese instead of the Parmesan cheese that comes in a little plastic container like this, you pay, I think it's about 1/3 less. And the taste is pretty much the same. So if you don't mind the taste of this, you're not like you've got to get the premium Parmesan cheese, I really recommend this product. I'll go through this in about a month. I mean, it's worth it to me to buy it in this large of a quantity. And one of the reasons I do that is because I love these frozen green beans. And let me tell you how I fix these. You want to turn your oven on 425, and you just put these out on a jelly roll pan. Just lay them out flat on a jelly roll pan, and you're going to roast them for about 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, they're still going to be a little bit wet because they were frozen previously, and at that time, this seasonings really stick to it. So I like to add salt, pepper, a little bit of nutritional yeast, and then I add some of this, and I toss it all together, and I roast it another 5, 10, maybe even 15 minutes. I like to get them, I like them pretty cooked. You get to decide how cooked you like them, but I make those maybe 2-3 times a week, and I actually eat them for breakfast. I like green beans for breakfast. I feel like I started my day with a vegetable. It makes me happy. So, 2 more things. Organic half and half. This is pasteurized, so the date on something like this is 18 April. I'm buying this in February, you guys, so I have about 2 months to go through this, and it really will last me about that long, so it's worth it to me to buy it in this quantity. Finally, egg whites. I do tend to try to mix in some egg whites with our eggs regularly to keep that fat content down and keep the cholesterol content down, but still get a high protein food. So I do go through these egg whites pretty regularly. I like those. These, with a little bit of this, fried up in the morning, is pretty delicious too. And then finally, one of the things that I always find is a good bargain at Costco are these San Francisco Bay compostable K-Cups. And I do like using our Keurig because every cup of coffee is hot and every cup of coffee tastes the same. It's just that consistency. It's like why you like your Starbucks drink, because it's consistency. But I don't like all the waste. So the fact that these are 100% compostable really makes me feel good about using my Keurig. And so these are only 30 cents per K-Cup as well. If you buy the Starbucks brand, if it's not on sale at Costco, you're usually paying about 50 cents to 55 cents per K-Cup. So I'm saving 20 to 25 cents every time I buy these instead of the Starbucks brand. Sorry. So anyway, that's the last thing on my list. Is there anything on my list that I left off my list that you'd recommend I buy? I'd love to hear from you. Otherwise, happy Costco shopping.